It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely. Why is John Dawson running to be your state representative for District 67? Here to tell his story. Who better to do it than himself? John Dawson.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
What's up,
Thank
John?
you for having me in.
No, I'm glad you're here, man.
Absolutely.
Last time, we were in a totally different studio, totally different campaign, and here we are now.
Back again.
Back again. Now, John, okay, real quick, and for more information, go to check out his website, johndawson.org. And it's very nice, very clean website. But before we get into the politics of things, you yourself, Memphis, Tennessee guy, huh?
I am originally from Memphis, yes.
Yeah.
I am.
What got you out of Memphis?
Well, the family.
Yeah.
They moved. I was kind of young. I didn't have much of a choice, actually. But they moved. My father got a job in Nashville, and we moved up in the early 70s and lived in Dixon, actually Burns, out there. It was about 46 miles out of town.
Dixon. I can't even imagine what it looked like back then.
It was out in the country.
Because
we still lived on a dirt road
unbelievable.
out there. And we still had neighbors without houses and no water.
Outhouses.
Yes, believe it or not.
And no water.
Yes, in the house.
That's like your house, right, Joe?
No, I have in-houses. I have poop in in-houses. Mm-hmm. Now, okay, would you say, did you grow up poor?
No, we were middle income family.
Yeah.
My father worked. My mother stayed at home with us. She was the Cub Scout leader, actually.
Oh, you did Cub Scouts?
I did.
I loved it. I love Cub Scouts.
But then we moved once again with another job. We moved over to Little Rock, Arkansas, and stayed there for a couple of years, and then moved out to Colorado.
All this moving. I mean, I look at it. I stayed put where I was, and I was able to, have friends, keep friends. How difficult was that for you guys?
It wasn't bad. I still actually know people down there in Dixon from Little League Baseball.
Yeah.
They are still there.
That's what's up.
It's
Still on that dirt road.
No, the road's actually been paved.
I know Dixon's booming now.
It is. It's changed a lot. Town used to end out there just past the Walmart. There used to be a railroad crossing, and that was the end of town for Dixon itself.
You joined the service.
Yes.
Why? Why and when?
I joined the military in 1987.
Thank you for your service. Absolutely.
Thank you. I had a girlfriend at the time, not my current wife.
Right.
But I was helping her father actually work on a car one evening, and he said, "What are your intents with my daughter?"
Oh, no.
And we had already been dating for about 4 years.
He popped his question.
Yeah, definitely. He kind of slammed the hood on my fingers, just so to say. But he said,
"Yeah, what was your answer?"
I don't see anything in your life at this time, and I want my daughter taken care of.
Oh, he was shaming you.
He power slammed me.
Wow.
Yeah, but it turned out for the good.
Yeah.
My wife and I will be married 30 years this year.
Right. Because you joined the service, working with the helicopters and everything.
Yes.
The Apache, huh?
No, I actually came in working on the Cobras at the time. Yep.
Such a sexy machine.
I love aviation.
Yeah.
Worked on those for the first 6 years in my military career. Ended up working on varying platforms of the aircraft, different aircraft, 58s and Hueys and Chinooks.
Yeah.
And then when I came up for re-enlistment, the Cobras were being phased out.
Yeah, I know.
So I transitioned into the Blackhawks.
Right.
And did the rest of my time until I retired in 2007 on Blackhawks.
They sent you to Korea.
Love Korea.
Right?
Love Korea.
Well, of course, that's where you met your wife, right?
Absolutely.
How'd you guys meet?
She shies away from it. It was actually on a blind date.
Awesome.
It was a blind date.
You can't even do those anymore now. It's such a shame. I tried to do one. And I just kept on walking.
Well, it's...
Who set up the date, if you don't mind?
Actually, my roommate came in
right.
and introduced us. We ended up dating 3 times and proposed to her to get married.
Unbelievable. What'd she say?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. But yes, now like 30 years, almost 30 years of marriage.
December 7th.
Unbelievable. You get out of the service. What brought you back to Clarksville?
we brought a medevac back from Korea. We shut the post down in Korea, 542nd medevac, and we brought them back here to become 6 GSAB, the 2nd medevac for Fort Campbell.
Okay.
So when division splits, each split has its own medevac support at the time.
So they say you're going to Campbell.
I put that off for all my career.
Yeah.
And got pulled into it because there were always, it's kind of like being a cav. Did time in cav as well. You're always going. Always going.
Combat aviation, baby. Always on the move. Unreal. But, so you get out, though, and Clarksville's cool. You're down. What'd you like about Clarksville the most?
Well, I had moved here in 05 with my family, with the military. But the kids had developed talking about moving. The kids had developed their friendships. My wife had developed her friendships.
Right.
She knew her way around town. And when I deployed with 101, I was right at the end of my 20 years. Well, I got deployed, went over there, and said, nope, I haven't lost anything here.
Right.
And put in my retirement paperwork. Came back, got my A&P license to work on big aircraft, and went to work down in Nashville, actually, working on private aircraft down there.
Is there good money in that?
It's gotten better.
Yeah. Do they have any job applications?
Joe,
I'm broke. I need it.
You wouldn't want to be out on the flight line.
No way.
In the cold and the rain.
No way. No way in hell. But I'm on your website. JohnDawsonTN.org is the website, okay? I am a Tennessee native, retired veteran, and been serving the people of Clarksville for more than 15 years. I am committed to continuing that service and working to ensure that we continue to grow while keeping intact those things that make Clarksville the best place in America to live. Could you please go into that?
Wow, you just said it so much better than I did. Oh. Now, when we get out and serve the community, doing it through my church, doing it through volunteer organizations in the community, it's not always about bringing the light to me. It's about serving the community. With that, this year I relinquished command of the DAV.
The DAV?
Disabled American Veterans.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the commander for the last year, and the pandemic kind of put a halt to everything.
Right.
But we've picked up through some of the other organizations here in town, and actually we enjoy being out there serving, just being in the background, staying humble, staying hidden away, and just serving the people.
Being a representative.
And that's what it's about, absolutely.
Now, on some of the issues, infrastructure is something that you definitely go into a bit. What are your thoughts on the infrastructure of this area of District 67?
Well, in District 67, there's 7 state highways or state roads in this district. We need to be able to work with the city and the county to find the balance in those roads. Wilma Rudolph, that your studio is right up against, there is a state highway. Most people know that. Trenton Road is a state highway.
Right.
Tiny town, Wilma, or 41 over there. Riverside is the big one right now. We've got the event center coming in down there. It's inevitable.
That's right.
We know it's coming in.
They already put the cones up and everything.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Fencing. But we need to look at prioritizing and pushing 374 expansion. And I know some people are against it right now, but we need to look at
expansion on Riverside.
Expansion, Riverside, absolutely. But
I didn't know Riverside was a state road.
Yeah. Yes,
wow.
it is.
And then 374. Which is 374?
That's Purple Heart.
Gotcha.
It goes out there into the dead end at 79.
Yes.
That is supposed to go all the way around to Palmyra.
Yeah. What is that dead end about?
They've been finding that since like the 90s.
I made that mistake once. Okay.
Joe, there's a big dead end sign
I
right
know.
before.
Road ends.
I was texting. But yeah, infrastructure definitely. I mean, it's always a topic, especially in this area as Clarksville continues to grow and boom. What about vocational and technical education?
Vocation technical, we've got programs that are in place currently, but we need to also look at how we can promote those into our younger generations. And I'm talking trying to get our younger youth involved, but we need to look at bringing businesses in to help the community, to help the schools, to partner with them, to look at jobs that are out there. We have businesses within our own community, some being small, some being larger, that are willing to partner with the schools, with the community, to get some of those technical and VOTEC positions certified out there. But we aren't reaching out to what we have locally to try and tap those resources. If I've got a construction company here that will have and partner with an apprenticeship program, why do I need to have a school that's over here doing the exact same thing?
Okay.
I've got on the job training
Right
there. Now, when we train those folks, we have the capability, okay, let's build a building within your own community. Let's get you working in your own community. That gives pride to the people that are working. It gives them a job. It gives them a technical skill. And they are proud of the community that they are building.
I like
in
it.
that.
I like it. I mean, they get the experience and they get to pay some bills along
Correct,
the way.
absolutely.
Right. You bring up on your site here, and again, JohnDawsonTN.org, pro-life. Okay, your stance on pro-life. It says, "I believe that all life is precious, and I will work to protect and defend the most vulnerable amongst us." Go on.
I am not a proponent of abortion. I understand that, and this is going to be a controversial because there's a defining slip in there of pro-choice, pro-life.
Right.
I do not advocate abortion as a birth control. Will not. I do not agree with the tax dollar being spent on that.
Does that get brought up at the state level often?
That has been an argument that I haven't been in down there.
Right.
We know the heartbeat bill has been pushed in, and
Right.
I believe it's on hold currently from a judicial side of it. But we have run into some of the topics out there in the community of people talking, people asking, but defining. I believe that when life is defined in a legal aspect, I think that's going to clear up a lot of it for people.
Understood. Now, one of the big issues at the state level here, the Second Amendment. Okay? I mean, don't you dare take my guns. I hear all the time. And then also on the same side, hey, there's too many guns out there. Where do you stand on Second Amendment?
I'm very much a Second Amendment advocate.
Yeah.
I love my guns. Love people that have guns. I'm also one, though, that my grandfather, my father, were very adamant about teaching me the respect of a weapon, first and foremost. Even shooting at a chipmunk was a no-go. That's one of those things that if you're going to point a gun at something, you're intending to kill it.
Yeah. Chipmunks aren't very good eating. I tried it once. It's too gamey. It's too gamey.
Squirrel hunting.
Yeah, squirrel hunting.
Squirrel.
I've had squirrel brains before. I've had. It was at the.
You mix it with eggs.
Where I had it at a diner. Where was that? Was that Rudy's diner? No, not Rudy's. Kelly's.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have squirrel brains.
My grandfather liked it.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
But John Dawson, you're running for state representative, District 67. Why should this area of District 67 vote for you?
This has been brought up several times. I'm a Christian conservative. I want to be part of the community that I live in. I have the capabilities of being in the community and not having to worry about splitting times up. I want people to understand that if you recognize me or know my name and see me out in town, stop me and ask me, "Hey, John, I've got a question for you." But I want to be a voice that's within this community that provides communications back and forth from our state level back to our community. And I'm not talking about being down at the city hall or the county commission meetings. This is about driving down the street and actually stopping at a barbecue in somebody's driveway, just introducing myself, seeing what the concerns are, saying hi, and going on about my business.
And then
let
bringing it
them
to the
have
state level. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's about being part of the community.
You know what's unfortunate? I don't know if you know this or yet. This might change your mind about running. They don't make a lot. The Tennessee, they don't make a lot of money, which is fine. It's not about the money, but I'm looking at these numbers. Do you want a bake sale or anything?
You know, like you said, it's not about the money.
Yeah.
It's about serving and continuing to do it in a humble manner and respecting the people that have hired me. That's what it's about. It's about being able to afford them that opportunity to talk to a representative, to be able to interact and get the information that they feel that they need, and then having the capability to take that and fight for it at the state level.
There you go. Casey, any questions for John Dawson? You could say no.
No. Well, I was going to ask, who are you running against?
Well,
I mean, I feel like...
we don't bring that up.
No, we don't.
Like when
but,
I have his opponent in here, we're not going to bring up, his opponent. You know what I mean?
but I feel like that's a important part. Like the debates are so fun because you get to see them against each other.
Then if we
Just
get him in here at the same
sitting here
time,
listen to one person isn't as
well, if anyone wants to come in at the same time, I got no problem with that. Pat, you got any questions?
Yeah, I'm good.
You just cut me off.
You're damn right I did.
Well, and that's been one of the struggles this year with the COVID. Most of the debates have been canceled.
Yeah.
And that, for public information, that's horrible.
Yeah.
It really is. Most people are getting away from the newspapers, the hard print stuff out there.
I like what you have to say, though.
Well, thank you.
It's all
Thank you.
good stuff.
Virtual debates suck, though.
Yeah. They
Ever
do
watch
awful.
one?
Like 90% of a debate is in a person's just the way they stand,
Yeah.
the way they it's all
Yeah.
body language. That's the word.
Like I was watching one debate. It was a local political debate.
Don't be smart.
No, one guy's like eating Cheetos,
Oh.
and at home eating Cheetos. I'm like, what the hell
What's
is
wrong
going
with
on?
that?
Oh, this is the debate.
Right?
Yeah, orange stuff all over the fingers. Right.
Sorry.
Oh, I was like, wow. Really, Jackson? Really? All right. John, you rock, brother. Appreciate you coming
I
in.
appreciate it, and I truly do.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show. Bada bing. Clarksville's conversation.